Hey guys, I got a update on the Build It or Fix It contest. Uh, it's gonna be quick because I think my battery's getting kind of low again. Mounted this bent but still mountable bumper on the front. It's kind of like got one bolt in, kind of twisted around, got another bolt in, and getting them all in. Got front brakes on it. Had to take the tires and everything back off and the drums off to get the cables on there, but brakes work good. I don't think kids could actually use them. Maybe it's one of the things that's kind of confusing with these little bikes. They give them brakes that it's hard for kids to use. Got the right tires mounted on it. These tires are pretty new. I don't know if you can see the little tentacles on them. The bike that the engine's going to go on this came off of, I made hubs and everything up for these tires to go on because it came with like really chintzy tires, and pretty much they no more than got these tires on there and the bike broke in half. So the bike that the engine came off of, it kept breaking. It was a complete different design than this, but this lower bar would come up and had like a junction point right here somewhere, and it just kept breaking right there. And it was made out of let's see, I don't know, it was probably made out of stuff about that big. This mount here actually came out of the bike that broke, and like I said, I'm gonna make a battery box that'll fit down in here, and it'll be made out of bed rails. It'll be pretty heavy, and I'll probably weld it up better than what I did in the one in the LT, because all this one is just holding the battery. But I'm gonna make it so that cut this mount off right in here somewhere, and it'll actually hold the upper motor. It'd be the upper motor mount and the battery tray, because as you see, there's nothing in a lot of space in here. It was just nothing. The lower motor mount, probably weld a tube across here and do my normal box tubing mounts. I had to cut out this like Nerf bar footrest thing in the middle here so that I would be able to get the oil filter and drain plug out of the engine. So I'm probably gonna just weld it real good around here on every one of these. So it could eventually end up breaking later, but let's see how that works out. Another thing I fixed, let me push down on the seat, get the latch off. This thing here where the seat mounts down and it kind of sits cushions on, this thing was bent really bad. I took a hammer and straightened it out. The seat latches down now. The rear brake, as you can see, this right here would have been on the upside over, on this side, so I had to switch this around because the motor drives, on the opposite side. So I'm going to put a foot brake on the footrest up there, and then just figure out a way to make it so it pulls this lever. So probably next weekend I'll be able to work on getting these motor mounts in, and like I said on the last video, I'm not really doing this to try to win or anything like that. Probably just if I even did win, I probably wouldn't really want the reward for it. I just figure I'll just participate in it, and just something to do. And this thing kind of needs to put together anyway. I got two little girls that they can't drive the bigger bikes. This thing here, you just give it gas and it goes. And oh, there's some other little things too that I had to do. And you see this sprocket's welded onto this hub. This bike here originally used I think it was 520 chain, and this here is like 420 or 428 or something like that. And then these shock mounts, since I flipped this whole thing over, I had to weld in shock mounts here. And then you see here, the shock mount here used to be there, and now it's moved over here. So I did work on this a little bit last summer, but I think I would just kind of like a fix it and so it runs kind of thing. Excuse me. So it's pretty much, I have everything. It just needs put together. Just as far as resources, where this came from. I actually traded. Well, I had a brother-in-law give me one of these. It was identical, and it was, I think it was a little older, a couple of years older, but it was identical to this one. And I just gave it to my cousin because he had this one. And between the two of them, they, it's kept running for a while, and it just got to where it was kind of hard to get the parts because there's not a whole lot of places now it has the Yamaha 90s parts anymore. And I really don't want my kids driving around a two-stroke. This thing would fly. I mean, it was a fast little bike, and I'd rather have them going a little slower with the four-stroke. These front tires, I don't really know much about them, if they hold air or not. Just sitting here, there's no air pressure in them whatsoever. And it's been sitting here for a couple of days now with just the weight of the bike on, and they're not getting any flatter. There was 0 PSI in them. It was cut, they just on the rim. So I think they might be okay. I don't have the best of tread, but this thing just pretty much will just run around this field. I won't let them down in the woods or anything with it. Alright, well, I'll show you guys these plastics. I kind of fixed this headlight up a little bit too. It was like caved in. I need to get some like silicone, and it's in there, but it would probably fall down in if it didn't have something gluing it in. And here's the rear fenders. So, alright guys, well, my camera's already showing signs that the battery's going to go dead, so I guess I'll see you guys later, and thanks for commenting and subscribing. See ya.